Hi, I'm Liz. Welcome to the Isle of Smile. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Mubbles card, and you can turn it into a thank you card or a happy birthday card, or it could just be a little standee like that. Just look cute on your desk. Right, all you're going to need is some thin white card, something to colour with, some scissors and some tape. That's it, just a little bit of time. Okay, let's get drawing. Got my card. I've already penciled out a little drawing, so I'm going to go straight to pen. So what you want to do is use the bottom of the card there. Just take your pencil, draw out your character. So I'm going to draw Pop and Berry, and I'm going to give them speech bubbles. And the speech bubbles are the thing you can either turn into a birthday card or a thank you card or just anything you want really. So let's start off at the top there. 1, 2, 3. This one's Pop. So Pop's going to be holding a little present. So it could be a birthday card. Like that. One big eye, one small eye, and a smiley face. Pop has one tooth. And draw feet like that, another one down here, and then just going to give a little speech bubble there. A few spots. See, I mean, you could use the whole of the card to make different ones. We're just going to do 2 for now. And then let's draw Berry. 1, 2, 3. And 2 little. There we are. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And Berry, I'm just going to let Berry hold a little flower. Go. And then you just do one eye like that, little nose, smiley mouth, 2 teeth, and another speech bubble. So this one I'm going to say thank you, and this one happy birthday. And you could write anything you want though. Right, so I've drawn them out. Now I'm going to colour them in. So if you've got a pencil line there still, you can rub the pencil out. Keep a tidy desk. Do my best. Actually, that's so not true. I'm really messy. Right, so I've drawn those 2 and I'm just going to colour them in. Let's colour Berry in red. Leave a few white spots though. Just do a little flower. Once I've done that, I'm going to cut them out. Save this bit at the top there, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm just going to cut that and put that to one side, and then cut this one out. It's a little tip. You want to cut round things, cut them out first and then cut round it like that. It's much easier to do than cutting with a great big piece of paper. And also I'm going to show you another tip too. So if you want to make lots of cards, you've cut your shape out, you could just put that one down and then you draw around it. And then you've got another one all ready to go. But just for now, put that to one side. Let's cut out this one as well. There we go. So we've got little standees now, and I'm going to use this bit just to stick on the back as the bit of card. So let's just take a little bit of card like that. I think that'll be about right. And that's for the other bit. You've got some sticky tape. Cut yourself off a piece. On the back. And you just want it to be able to, so I'm just going to stick that on the back like that. Trim that off. Do the same for the other one. Might not be long enough, that one, let's see. Trim that off. See, and there you have it. Little happy birthday, thank you. You can write whatever message in you want. Write your message on the back, pop them in an envelope, and there you have a couple of really cute cards. I mean, look how cute they are. So you do happy birthday, thank you, just a nice message. There you have it. Have fun.
Hi, I'm Liz and I'm the creator of the Mubbles. So welcome to the Isle of Smile. So I'm going to show you how to draw one of the characters from the Mubbles called Berry. So go and get yourself pen and paper and let's get drawing. Now with this drawing, you will need some paper, something to colour with, and always draw on something protecting the table. I'm going to use a pencil, a black pen, and a rubber as well. And you can use felt tips for colouring or anything else that you have. In this drawing, I thought it would be fun just to add a little bit of story. So you're not just drawing a character, but you're actually telling a little bit of a story of how you draw. So start off with Berry's little Mubble ear there. And then you draw another one on that side. It's all the way down. Like that. And I've left a little bit of space over here because I'm going to make the drawing go to the side. So Berry is holding what grows on the Isle of Smile. It's called a star fruit. So if you want to show something being held, there we are. I'm just going to add that little bit there because that's the top of the star fruit and that's Berry's fingers. So it's almost like they're doing that. You see, if you're not sure how to draw a hand, sometimes you can actually just look at your own. I mean, obviously a Mubble's hand's a bit different. It's not the same. There we are, I'm going to draw that one there. And then 2, 3. That goes down, and then the little foot. 1, 2, 3. That's one leg. And then another one. 1, 2, 3. And don't worry, if you make a mistake, you can always just start again. Or use your drawing and then draw over the top of it. If you're not quite sure, you don't like the drawing that you've done. Right, now this is going to be the star fruit, so this is a very delicious fruit that grows on the Isle of Smile, but this one has had a little bite taken out of it. And maybe a bit more over here as well. Who's done that? Who has eaten the star fruit? I wonder. So they look a little bit like strawberries, only they're in the shape of a star. Right, let's go back to drawing Berry. So Berry's little nose and then mouth. Berry has got 2 teeth. 1, 2. And I'm going to colour in Berry's mouth so the teeth really stand out. Whoops, making the table wobble. And then Berry's got one different shape eye to the other Mubbles. And they're looking very happy. Like, look, this delicious star fruit. Not realising that somebody, not a million miles away, has taken a bite. So, okay, let's draw the Wibble. So the Wibble's got little ears. Berry's quite a small Mubble, so the Wibble is a little bit bigger next to it. There we go. Draw the body. And so they're quite furry. 1 leg, 2 legs, and then I'm going to draw their little sort of Wibble paws. Like that. Then we get to draw the face. I do 1 eye there, a slightly bigger eye, and then very cute little nose. I always leave a little dot, little white dot. Now, because the Wibble's been eating, I'm doing a little slightly moving mouth. Got 2 teeth there. I think if I'm going to draw the eyes looking up, so it makes it look like, who, me? Definitely not. There we are, very innocent. Okay, so now we've got our black line. Let's colour them in. Good idea to put the lids back on your pen so that they don't dry out. You learn that. Right, now I'm going to colour in the star fruit. Then let's make this Wibble green. Is it green? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to make it green. Start with the pointy end. Right, now I'm going to take the red pen and just add a few cheeky little bits of, so they can tell that it's the Wibble that's been eating. And I don't want to use that one. Let's use, I'm just going to take a pencil and just add a little bit of shading underneath. Maybe a little bit there as well. There you go. There you have it. So you've got Berry with a green Wibble eating a star fruit. I don't think that Berry's realised that the Wibble has been eating it. Not yet, anyway.
Hi, I'm Liz and welcome to the Isle of Smile, home of the Mubbles. I'm going to show you how to do a lovely fireworks picture today. like this. There we go. We've got berry and orange wibble. You will need some oil pastels or some wax crayons, some poster paint or watercolour paint. I'm using this today. And some water and some paintbrushes. And something else to colour with. So I'm going to use some markers. Okay, got that? Right, let's get ready to draw. I'm using some oil pastels, but if you've got wax crayons, they work really well. I'm just going to start off the drawing using this yellow marker. And we're going to draw half a circle, just like a hill, like that at the bottom. And it really makes a difference with this drawing what kind of paper you use. So make sure if you've got watercolour paper, great. If you haven't, just make sure it's nice and thick because we're going to be putting lots of water on there. So if you use thin paper, it'll go all mushy. That's a technical term, by the way. Right, so I'm just going to colour this hill yellow. Let's see if I've got another one. This one's running out a bit. There we are. This one's running out as well. Yellow must be a very popular colour. Yeah, let's do it. That's it. That's better. So I'm using a marker for this, but if you've got like a crayon, or you can use it in pastel as well. So we're imagining that berry and orange wibble are watching some fantastic fireworks. There we go. Okay, put that to one side. And this is how you draw berry. Little ears like that. One there. I'm just going straight for it, not even penciling this one. This is a kind of nice loose drawing. There we are. And then just leave a little white space there for the eyes, like that. Colour around it. And what we're going to imagine is that they're standing on the hill, watching the fireworks. So let's go all the way down. I'm just going to go straight over. 1, 2, 3. This is a nice sort of loose drawing. Right, and then we're going to imagine that berries got their arms up in the air, going, hooray, look. 2, 3. There we are, so that's just drawing the outline there. Right, next we're going to draw orange wibble next to it. A bit smaller. Little ears like that. So I'm drawing the characters first so that you can really make a nice display of fireworks above them. You kind of know where to put the colours. And again, I've left little white spaces there just for the eyes. And just colour that in. Little feet. Same thing with the arms, up in the air. Ooh. Right, so we've got our characters now. Next, this is the really fun bit. So if you use the wax, I'm going to choose a white pastel and what other colours? You can do different colours as well. Yellow, let's do green and maybe the orange as well. Maybe a red. Right, so the fun thing to do is you take your pastel And then I'm going to do, you can't really see it on the white paper, just do some swirls and dot them around. And also take your pastel and do some lines like that. And press quite heavily. The harder you press, the whiter the line will be when you paint over it. And whoosh. So there's the fireworks going off. Another swirl there. And maybe do some stars as well. I'm going to show you how to do the stars. We can do some swirls in yellow as well. You just do little crosses like that and some dots. Like I said, the harder you press down, the more you press, the brighter that the pastel will be when you put the paint over it. Let's do some more over here. Another swirl. Some dots. And then maybe some green. That's how you do a star. So I'm doing it really loosely. You don't have to worry too much about that. And maybe some more over here. What other colours shall we do? Maybe a bit more white over this side. You can't see, oops, can't see what you're doing. That's what happens when you press really hard. You break it, it doesn't matter. Some more spots. And maybe another swirl there. There's a lot of fireworks going on. What other colours have we got? Oh, orange, that would be nice. Oops. And so I always do sound effects when I do the drawings. Woo. A few bits of red. Actually, I quite like the green. The green's really nice, isn't it? Okay. That's a really busy firework night. Doesn't look very safe, but there you go. Just making it up. Okay, let's put these to one side. Now, once you've done that, you need to get some water. I've got a little pot of water here. Oops. And I've just taken this out of my watercolour box. It's just a single bit of blue paint, but this is really nice bright colour. The brighter and the darker you can make the paint, the more the colours will stand out with the wax. So I'm just going to use my water. Really get the paint on the brush there. There we are. And then watch this. Oh, it's like magic. Oh. So you need lots of water. That's why you need nice thick paper, because if you're going to put lots of water on it, the paper will get really soaking. But look, and the darker you do it, the more the colours will stand out. So we're just going to do, there we are, brush it over like that. Lots of colour on the paintbrush. And I always keep a little tissue next to me. It's quite good just to dab if you get too much paint or you want to dab your paintbrush. You see how that's just coming through there? You can't see the white, and there you go, like magic. Hooray! good if you've got a nice thick paintbrush, it's much easier to do this. There we are, dripping. Whoa. Making a bit of a mess. Now you know, right, just got the right bit of nothing. Dab it. That's why it's useful having a bit of tissue. Especially when I do it. You can get a thinner paintbrush and just go around the characters, but I'm just going to be just doing it quite loosely. I quite like the fact that it's not right up to the edge. There we are. Gives your picture a bit more life. There we go. Make it really dark around here. It's like a kind of magic picture, isn't it? You can use this wax technique with lots of different things. Right, secret messages. Right, I've lost a bit of shape there, so I'm just going to put that back. I want it to be nice, curved, like the sky. There we go. Maybe do a bit more on that side as well. If you use a paintbrush and you sweep it up like that, that also gives the illusion of the fireworks exploding in the sky. There we go. It's quite a nice shape, isn't it? Right. Don't make the paper too wet. You can see it's just starting to loosen up there. So if you rub it too much, then you'll actually make the paper sort of dissolve a bit. So if it's getting too wet, just leave it to dry a bit. Right, okay. Let's put this to one side now. I think I've done my painting. Fingers. So it's useful to have a bit of tissue. Clean your hands off. So we've done our lovely fireworks now with the painting. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow and a little bit more detail on the characters. So I'm going to use pens again. And where's my black pen? There it is. So with this paint, you can actually do a bit with paint, but I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow on there. Like that. And then just take my black pen and just go around, just giving it a little bit of an outline. You don't have to do it exactly. It's quite nice if you actually, if the line doesn't follow, you know, you make it a little bit wobbly. Like that. And just around Berry's eyes. Same for the wiggle. What else do I do? Oh, I know. And the feet. That. Draw a little nose. Big smile. And same for the wiggle. Now, because they're looking up, I'm going to put the little eyeballs looking at the top. There we are. So do it right at the top there. There we are. So it looks like they're looking up in the sky. And then just add a few bits of grass. Yeah, I'm just going to use a pencil on this and just add a little bit of shading. Just underneath, like that. So there you have it. You've got a fireworks. You've got Berry and Orange Wibble watching an amazing fireworks display with some wax crayons. So I hope you enjoy doing that. And whatever you're doing, have fun. Bye. Hi, I'm Liz and welcome to the Isle of Smile, home of the Mubbles. I'm going to show you how to make a Valentine's pop-up card for Valentine's Day or for any other time of the year. So for this, you will need an A4 piece of paper, something to colour with. You can use crayons, pens, pencils, anything you've got. You might need a pencil and you need some scissors. Always be careful with scissors. You got that? Okay, let's get drawing. Okay, so we're going to make this card. As you can see, pops up like that. So you can write something on the front and then it goes whoop. If you want to make the Valentine card with me, go to themubbles.com and you'll see there's a place where you can actually download a template to make this card. And then you can print it out and just colour it in. But I'm going to show you how you can do it if you don't have the template, okay? Just to give you an idea about how you fold the card and the space that you need. Right, so we've got our A4 piece of paper here. So I'm going to use this template. Put that down there. So what you need to do is I'm going to just draw around the heart shape at the top. Oops. There we are, let's draw around it. Right, it'll all become clear. Put that to one side. So what we need to do is fold it in half. that, so you've got it all runs up the centre. And then you take the bottom and we're going to fold it just to that line there, like that. Now let's fold it in half again, just so you've got nice clear folds. And the idea is that this part of the heart is going to fold inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my scissors and I'm just going to cut. Always be careful with scissors, cut away from you. Like that. And then cut around. Little tip for when you're cutting. Don't move the scissors, always move the paper. So you just hold your scissors in one place and it's you move the paper. You can always trim that up. So we're just making the top of the heart like that. Get rid of that. Now the idea is that we fold that over and then we want to make the heart fold inside and not poke over the top there. Can you see? So I just need to move it down. You might need to adjust it a tiny little bit. So we're folding the card down and then you close it up. I'll do that again slowly, like that. There we go. You see that? We're just trying to make a fold there. So that folds inside the card. And you've got a nice fold there, all right? So now you've got your pop-up card. So what I'm going to do now, let's fill that in with the heart, put that to one side. So I'm just going to draw my heart shape all the way around. And then I'm going to draw another heart inside. Let's add a different colour now. Got a different pink. Put that in the middle. You know how I like my dots. Okay, so we've drawn our heart. And then I'm just going to draw a berry there, like holding it. So we've got a nice space there. So you can use a pencil if you want and just sketch that out, but I'm just going to draw a berry straight away. So berry's got, there we are, little ears, and then we're going to draw 1, 2, 3. So it's almost like they're holding the heart. And then just go 1, 2, 3. There we go. Berry has got one small eye and then one big eye and then little nose. Two teeth. Like that. Berry has a few spots. I can never remember the right places to put them. changes every time, I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's draw Berry. I've drawn, I don't know whether I'll draw her. I'm going to take my pen, a pink one, and just put a line all the way around, outside like that. Let's colour in Berry now. So once you've done that, now let's turn the card over. Just check it's, see, look, it's working. Whee, so that works really nicely. So if you want to remember, you've got to write something on the front. So that's the front. So I'm going to turn over. I'm just going to put a little heart there, like that. That's just to, honestly, the amount of times I've done this where you don't want to do it upside down. And you want to open it up. So this is the front, okay? And we're writing everything up this end, and you know that's the back because it's got the little heart there. That's a little tip. And I'm just going to, and you don't want to draw it. If you're using these kind of pens, you can see how it goes through. I've got quite thin paper on this, so I don't want it to go through to the bottom. See, I'm doing this as a Valentine card, but you could just do it for a card to say thank you, or to somebody that you want to, who's been a really good friend or something like that. That would be good as well. And then I'm writing surprise. Dot, dot, dot. There we are. And I'm going to just use a pencil. Okay, let's see what it looks like inside. Take this away. So you've got your front of the card like that. Just keep it nice and simple. Surprise. Or you don't actually have to write anything if you don't want to. Then you open it up. Pop. And there's Berry there. Let's just get a bit of shading. And we'll write love from question mark. And there you have it. That's a really quick, lovely Valentine card, or maybe a thank you card. So don't forget, go to themubbles.com and you can download the template for this card for free. Okay, and there it is. Our finished little Valentine card with Berry. Hey. Do this all day. Surprise! I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to get a card like this? When you make your cards, do send us pictures because we absolutely love to see it here on the Isle of Smile. So we really encourage you to get busy, get creative, and send us what you're doing. We want to know. Right. Bye. Brilliant!